Hello, hello, my friends. I have my May Caramel Sundays restock haul to share with you guys today. Lots of goodies in this one. I picked up a couple of 4-wick candles. I actually went back in and got some 2-wicks, tried out some perfume mists, and of course, some laundry soap. So if you like this video, please make sure you hit the thumbs up button. Consider subscribing to my channel if you are new. But yeah, as always, I will make sure that I list everything with timestamps down below. Now, you guys know I am a brand ambassador for Caramel Sundays. There is no affiliate code. There's no commission made. Basically, being a brand ambassador allows me the opportunity to get my hands on these a little bit earlier than the general public, as well as to be able to purchase at a discount. And yeah, there's some good ones in this restock. Some of these are repeat purchases for me, and others are completely new. Did want to let you guys know, as I am filming this video, I am still getting over this cold allergy situation. I have no idea what it is. I have been running a humidifier in my house the last couple of days, and that has helped tremendously. I actually, fun fact, you guys, I'm filming this on Friday. I tried filming this yesterday on Thursday and could not get through it after like a minute. I started talking and I would just start having these horrendous coughing fits. So I'm hoping that won't happen today. The other thing I wanted to let you guys know is that my family is home today. In fact, you might hear some background noise. Cody he got on a cleaning kick and he is cleaning one of the bathrooms. I won't stop him from doing that, right? So if you hear some background noise, my kids are supposed to be home from camp at any moment. So if you hear some background noise, hopefully my mic will cut it out, but it just is what it is. You all know how I roll around here. It just, one big happy family. All right, let's go ahead and talk about, I think I'm going to go ahead and start out with the laundry soap that I purchased. I actually ended up getting 2 of these. This is what I use most of the time on my sheets and my towels. I personally don't like any fragrance on my clothing just because I don't want it to clash with my perfumes. But on my sheets and my towels, lately, I have really been enjoying sea salt, and most of my family has been too. In fact, I've caught my teenage daughter washing a lot of her loads of laundry with this. So sea salt has fragrance notes of orchid, sea salt, and jasmine. Here we go with the coughs. And this smells really good, you guys. It's very fresh, very clean, slightly floral, but again, very pretty for the summertime. So I did make sure to get 2 of these because, again, the next restock is not happening until July 12th. So I wanted to make sure that I had enough to get us through this month. I'm going to take a quick sip of water here. I would like to try not to have to like cut and edit a lot of this video. So speaking of sea salt, I actually finally went out on a limb and decided to purchase the sea salt 2-wick. Now, the May restock was Caramel Sunday's last opportunity for 2026 to get your hands on summer scents. Or is it? No, it is. It is. Sea salt has, again, fragrance notes: orchid, jasmine, vanilla, sea salt, cedar, and amber. I have to tell you guys, my entire family, when they sniffed this entire haul, this was all of their favorite fragrances. They all loved this one, and my daughter even had a friend over, and even he said that this was his favorite. Yeah, this smells it's very clean. I actually like burning this with their Key West coconut, which is a very like neutral, fleshy type of coconut fragrance. I also really like pairing this with, from the Gift Gala, they have the fragrance, what is it called? Sunlit Shelves, which to my nose also smells very similar if you happen to have Kringle Candles knit sweaters. If you're somebody who wants your home to smell very clean, but you don't want like citrus-based clean or a fruity type of clean, you just want it to smell like maybe you have done like fresh loads of laundry. You kind of almost want that, like what I would call like, it's kind of like the laundry types of scents, which is funny because I normally can't do those. Those usually induce headaches for me. But this is very, very nice. So I did burn this once already. I burned it the other night. You guys know I do burn my candles in hurricanes. And I will tell you guys, the first burn, it took a little while to get going. Most of my soy wax candles do. The rare occasion, some of them start throwing right away, but it did take a little while to get going. But once it started going, this was definitely filling up the open concept space in a hurricane. So I can see why so many people like this one. This is a nice offering, I would say, for people who don't typically want the gourmands, which caramel sundaes that's their specialty, right? But there's a lot of people who don't always want gourmands. They want something that feels a little bit more fresh and maybe slightly conceptual, and sea salt is that. The other fragrance that I did not initially pick up when I did my May pre-order, but then I saw my friend McKenna get this and she said she really loved it. This is the fragrance Pineapple Beach. So Pineapple Beach has fragrance notes of lime, lemon, pineapple, passion fruit, guava, and coconut. And this is very beachy and summery. I definitely get the lime note in here. And I am going to say, I did have one person comment over on my Instagram that she said for her, this one is a little bit, it's almost too sharp for her nose. And it's funny because my daughter Paisley said the same thing. She said this one is not her favorite. Now, I love it. I think, again, it is that combination for some people, the combination of pineapple with lime, I think does not hit everybody's noses right. My nose likes it, but I don't think everybody's nose does. But yeah, this is very pretty. I get lime, I get some pineapple. This is very different than their Banana Boat fragrance, which to me is more authentic to the Banana Boat sunscreen. This is not sunscreeny. This is very fruity. I think it's the tropical fruits in here, the passion fruit, the guava, that just give this another little element of sweetness. This is a very like sweet, fruity candle. If you happen to like the fragrance, what was the other one that they just had? It was in the last two restocks, the mango smelling one. I'll think of it at some point. The mango smelling fragrance that was just in, gosh, Sandbar. That's what it is, Sandbar. If you liked Sandbar, keep Pineapple Beach on your radar next year if they bring this one back. Because again, it's not a mango fragrance, but it's in that vein of like very, very tropical, fruity types of fragrances. This one was also very strong for me. I like pairing this with Sun and Sugar, which is a very, very lime forward fragrance. So nice and beachy, and again, perfect for the summertime. Now, I did purchase 3 of their perfume mists. Now, these, they've had these around for a while, or like they've made perfumes for a while, perfume mists, but they had to change up the bottles that they were using. So I went ahead and I ordered 3. The first one is Pink Salt. And I don't think the notes are on here. No, they're not. And honestly, even if they were, they're written so tiny on here that my 41-year-old eyes could not see it. I remembered having Pink Salt in a candle last year, and I liked it. Now, this is very like pink pineapple and coconut type of fragrance. There's a creaminess to it. It's very, very pretty. I smell some vanilla in there as well. This one on the dry down, it's funny, when I initially spray this, I get mostly pink pineapple, but on the dry down, I get more of like a creamy coconut. I like this a lot. I actually like pairing this with, what did I just pair it with yesterday? Sniff's Cocoa Shimmy. If you want some more like fruity aspects to go with it, or maybe a little bit more of like a, like I would say like a punchy coconut, because this is more of like a creamy coconut, creamy vanilla type of coconut. But if you want something with a little bit more fruity vibes, you could do that pairing. I always love experimenting with combinations, not only in home fragrance, but in my personal fragrance. So I got Pink Salt. I also decided to purchase this one because I guess it's one of their best, it's not I guess, it is one of their most requested fragrances, as well as their fragrance Boston. Now I am going to tell you, I've purchased Boston in the past, and Boston is very similar. It's in the same vein. If you are familiar with Sniff's Vanilla Vice, you would like Boston. Here's the thing, you guys, both in Vanilla Vice and in Boston, there is a fragrance note in both of those. It's almost like a cashmere type of note that on the dry down on my skin reminds me of cigarette smoke. It's the same thing. That fragrance note is also in, what is it, Seven Virtues Vanilla Woods. It's my skin, you guys, because clearly a lot of people like Vanilla Vice, a lot of people love Boston. So it is just my skin chemistry reacting with it, but I personally don't like it. However, this RY11N. This is one of their most requested fragrances. Whereas I feel like Boston is more of like a fall winter fragrance. This is definitely like a very clean spring summer scent. It's kind of fruity. It's almost like a fruity nectar, but also with very like clean, not aquatic, not like your traditional masculine cologne aquatic vibes. It almost reminds me of like, it sounds funny, and I don't mean this in the way that it's going to sound. Almost like in like the clean cotton from Bath and Body Works like a long time ago, but this is better. There's something else that's like, there's a little bit more layered complexity to it. This is very pretty. I wore it the other day and really, really enjoyed it. Now, here's the thing I'm going to say about these perfume mists. The lasting power on these are incredible. And I'm not just saying that, you guys, because my skin likes to eat fragrance for breakfast. I spray something on me, and most brands, you guys, like I just talked about in my Friday 5 the other day, people love Ellis Brooklyn. Ellis Brooklyn does not last on my skin longer than 30 minutes. I don't know why that is. Truthfully, you guys, the fragrance brands that have the best lasting power on my skin, unfortunately, are some of the most expensive brands. That would be Tom Ford and Kilian. You guys, this is right up there with those brands. And talk about a fraction of the price. I think these are like almost $21, $20.99, something like that. And again, you guys, these are like a travel size, but even most travel size brands of perfume are at least $35 when I go into Sephora. So I feel like these are an excellent price point for what you are getting. But the fragrance that they are going to be restocking, you guys, and this is a beautiful fragrance for late summer, fall, if you're seasonal with the fragrances that you enjoy, like me. This is Salted Caramel Apricot. Now, here's the funny thing, you guys. This, I detect that same, what I am talking about, that same cashmere type of note that normally my skin doesn't like. But in this fragrance, it works because there's a little bit more of there's an apricot note in here. There's something else a little bit more fruity as opposed to just vanilla in here that my skin is liking. But yeah, this is a beautiful fragrance. I think it was supposed to be very similar to Bath and Body Works had a similarly named fragrance quite a few years ago. And this one is in that vein. So yeah, this smells really good. You guys, if you happen to know of like a body lotion or cream that would complement this one really well, maybe if there is still one at like Bath and Body Works or any, EOS, Saltaire, any of them, let me know what you would wear this with, because this is beautiful. Right now, I'm thinking that this might go with Warm Musk from Bath and Body Works, which I have in my collection. But this is a beautiful fragrance. This one will be returning. I have to look at some of the other perfume mists that they're going to be offering in their fall lineup, but that one is really good. Okay, and last but not least, I did want to show you guys a couple of 4 wicks that I ended up purchasing. I did not get any 5 wicks this go around. I do have my eye on a 5 wick in the fall restock, but we'll talk about that when we get to that video. So one of the candles that I said that I was going to purchase in a 4 wick, and I followed through on that, is the fragrance Cowgirl. Cowgirl has fragrance notes of vanilla orchid, brown sugar, Mediterranean fig, maple, and sea salt. A lot of people say that this is very similar but more elevated than to Bath and Body Works brown sugar and fig. I love this fragrance. I know that I did a dedicated review on the 2 wick that I have in my collection. And one of the things that I did say about this fragrance is that this profile in general is not designed to be a very strong smack you in the face. This is what, it's funny, I mentioned it in the review, and then I saw Char from Char's Scents when she was doing her empties. She said something along the same line. This is like clean girl aesthetic. It's just, she's that girl, who like, she doesn't have to put that much effort in, but she just always somehow smells very clean. That's what this gives me the vibes of. So I did go ahead and get it in a 4 wick because I actually have 2 wicks of this. And my plan is to try to burn the 4 wick out here in the open concept. And then my 2 wicks I'll burn in the bedroom to accompany it. maybe so that way I can get a little bit more fragrance going throughout the house, because I do really enjoy this fragrance. I know that it has been around with Caramel Sundays for quite some time. Another fragrance that is not new to me from Caramel Sundays, I did have this last year in a 2-wick. This is the fragrance Golden Hour. Golden Hour has fragrance notes of orange flowers, cashmere, peach, coconut, sandalwood, and vanilla. Now, I'm not going to go too much into the fragrance description on this, because this is very, very similar to Yankee Candle's Golden Sands. If you have smelled that one, it's slightly fruity but sophisticated. The sandalwood and the vanilla kind of give it that vibe. It's just a beautiful type of fragrance. Again, similar to Cowgirl, you guys, this is not designed to be a powerhouse smack you in the face type of fragrance. It's a little bit perfumey, but again, kind of along those sophisticated vibes. I love burning this fragrance usually like in the afternoons, going into the evenings. It's a very, very pretty fragrance. And one of the scents that I have always loved burning Golden Hour with, first and foremost, you guys, I have to say the color of this label, you can't see it as well here, but you'll see it in the B-roll. It's just beautiful. It's kind of like this very pretty, almost like, I almost want to say like baby blue type of fragrance. This is Walk on the Beach. Fragrance notes are sweet, fruity citrus, floral, green, spice, coconut, creamed vanilla, and musk. And I did ask Sierra about this. There were some comparisons, just like Golden Hour is very similar to Yankees Golden Sands. If you like Yankees Pink Sands, Walk on the Beach is going to be your soy wax alternative. Very similar to Gift Gala has their pink sandals and sunsets. Now, the thing I am going to say about the Gift Gala one smells a little bit more floral to my nose than this one. This has they're in that same family, right? If you're familiar with Bath and Body Works Flamingo Beach, same type of fragrance. It's sweet, it's fruity, but there's also something that's kind of floral and pretty to it. Yeah, citrus, sweet, hard to describe, but I feel like this has been a fragrance profile that a lot of us who prefer soy wax have been wanting and clamoring for. And I feel like finally this was the summer where the companies started to do that. All right, another one you guys should not be surprised. This is coming back in the fall restock. This is Hawkin's Autumn. Hawkin's Autumn has fragrance notes of warm pumpkin spice, birch wood, cinnamon, oh goodness, clove, crunchy leaves, black coffee, and vanilla. So they did send us a 2-wick and a 4-wick. So this was complimentary from Caramel Sundays. So I just talked about 2 candles that were kind of like dupes, but this is a very much an original in-house blend. They have actually been testing this one out since January. That's how long they were experimenting on this one before they decided to give it the green light. Now, this has been the belle of the ball, right? Everybody who has gotten this, I think everybody's been raving about it because it is a coffee note. But if you linger there a little bit, it's not just coffee. My nose, it's funny, I keep saying this, the spice notes that I pick up in this remind me a lot of the Bath and Body Works, The Perfect Christmas. It's the spice mixed with the birch, I think, that I'm smelling here. I am very excited to light this one up. However, I cannot bring myself to light this up when it is over 100 degrees outside. So I'm hoping monsoon season will get here soon, and then we can have some rain. And then if it's rainy, then I can pretend like it's a fall day or something like that, because this one just smells absolutely incredible. So a big thank you to them for sending that to us as a thank you. Now, the last candle I purchased, you guys, this was another one that I ended up not purchasing in a 2-wick. It was on my list, my short list originally, but you guys know, always trying to be mindful of a budget. And then when I started seeing the other ambassadors get their hands on this one, I was like, oh, I think I probably do need that. It is the fragrance Lunchbox, and I went ahead and just got it in a 4-wick because the more that I kept hearing about it, the more I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to like that. Fragrance notes are oatmeal, warm milk, baked peaches, muddled strawberries, syrup, vanilla, and brown sugar. This is so good, you guys. First and foremost, I want to say that Caramel Sundays does oat fragrances better than any other brand that I have tried. There is something about the way, you guys all know, I love their oat milk and pistachio, which was in a 5-wick. It was available in a 5-wick. Let me know if you got your hands on that one. But the way that they do oat notes is just, it's perfection. They do have an oat fragrance mixed with apple in the fall restock. Yes, that is on my wish list to purchase. But this is nice. I get equal parts in here of those muddled strawberries and a little bit of peach. But I'm going to say the strawberry note in here is not the strawberry that is in their strawberry whipped cream or their ice cream sandwiches. And the peach note is not the same peach note that's in their salted peach butter. They're both very, excuse me, dialed down strawberry and peach fragrances. You get the oat note. Oh, it's very, very well done. I do plan to burn this with oat milk and pistachio. I'm trying to finish burning up a couple of other summer fragrances right now before I light this one up, because I have a feeling this is going to be a really nice summer to fall transitional scent for me. But yeah, really, really happy with that. So I mentioned on Friday that I am on my Friday 5 that I am actually on a low buy for the month of June. I am not sure yet when the Caramel Sundays is going to open up the pre-order for us ambassadors. But that is really the only purchase that I'm planning this month. I am planning to purchase maybe 1 or 2 candles from the new Kringle drop. I know I've had a couple of questions. Sorry, I always tie things in at the end of my videos, but I have had a couple of questions from people asking if I'm getting PR for the new Kringle launch. And the thing that I did want to say about that is that because there was such a short turnaround time between the production giving the green light that they were ready to go and the launch date, Kringle, for this go around with PR, decided to only send PR to the ambassadors that are pretty much in the northeastern region of the U.S., which makes sense, you guys, right? So that way they can get that, they can get their thoughts out a little bit faster. It's hard to get stuff out here, as Melanie says, on the old, what would it be, the Oregon Trail or out here to Arizona. So I'm not getting those in PR, but where I'm going with all of that is that my June budget for candles is pretty much going to be if the what would I say, the pre-sale opens up for Caramel Sundays. That's what I'm planning to purchase, as well as maybe 2 candles in the new Kringle drop. So, but I want to let you guys know my fall list for Caramel Sundays. There are some really, really good ones. And again, if you don't want to miss out on what my thoughts are about those coming down the pipeline, then make sure that you are subscribed to my channel. So let me know in the comment section down below if you have purchased any of these candles, if you have experience with them. What do you like? Are you enjoying them? What's been your favorite from your haul? I've been seeing a lot of your guys' hauls in the Facebook group, over on Instagram. You guys have gotten some good stuff. So always an enjoyable thing here. So anyways, you guys, again, please hit thumbs up if you found this video informative, educational, entertaining. I don't know. Feel free to hit the thumbs up button. Consider subscribing to my channel if you're new. I do want to say thank you so very, very much for spending your time here with me today. And until my next one, I hope you all go out and have a very blessed day. Bye.